Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Fulda Gap, NATO turn 8.2. Okay, let's get to it here. First thing up is to repair damage. If you remember from last time, we do have a couple of damaged facilities over there in Benelux and Picardy. We're not repairing any of that this turn. We do have a super carrier in port there at southern France, and it is going to begin repairs. And that will take the whole turn. So the next thing is tech. And we're going to try, you can't see those, okay, now you can. We're going to try tech number 9, advanced air superiority fighters. I'm currently at stage 1. And we're also going to roll chemical again. There has been a discrepancy I've noticed. Admiral Seabass and Flak 88 say on their tech charts I'm at stage 3 of chemical. I have myself at stage 2. So I haven't gone back and audited my tech rolls yet. There's just, I forgot about it and then I just got busy. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and say that I am at stage 2 for now. So there's 1 die each for tech. And I believe they're both 8s. No. Advanced air superiority fighters is a 7. Chemical is an 8. And a pair of 5s isn't going to get it done. So we missed both techs. Okay. Next thing up is request or confirm nuclear release. Last turn, Warsaw Pact used battlefield nukes against me in home country land zone in Lazio. He attacked me with battlefield nukes. So that gives me 1 nuclear release authorization die. So here we go. 4, that's a miss. No authorization. Okay, next thing is purchase. So let's get focused on our build chart there. Okay, so for 15, we're buying 2 artillery and a SAM. For 7, we're buying 2 paramilitary and a SAM. For 4, we're buying 2 paramilitary. For 6, we're buying 3 more paramilitary. For, I believe that's 9, I think. Yeah, 9. We're buying an MBT, a SAM, and a SPAG. And then we are building 3 cruise missiles and 2 anti-ship missiles. Okay, and then that takes us to combat movement. All right. So the first thing is up north here. I get my camera in there. There we go. Up north here in A8, we have an SSN on silent running. He is going to come off silent running and move 1 space down here to A7, where he is going to launch 2 anti-ship missiles in a port strike, trying to hit some of the amphibious assault ships in port there at Akershus. Now, you may see this task force marker here, which is that card right there with a frigate, a cruiser, a heavy aircraft cruiser with a fighter on it. And you may be saying to yourself, well, Ozark, you dummy, there's enemy ships in that zone. They get to fend you off. Well, no, they don't. I think one of the unique things about this game is its treatment of submarines. It's very, very detailed, very specific in what you're doing. I like the accuracy. So what's going on here is when a submarine is combat moving or attacking, the enemy can only defend against that moving or attacking submarine under one of three conditions. It has to be a SOSUS zone, which A7 is not. The defender has to have a submarine present in the C zone, which Captain G does not. Or there has to be an ASW patrol up actively in the air working. And Captain G does not have that either. The fighter that he does have in this zone is parked on the deck of his heavy aircraft cruiser and not on patrol. So my SSN can come into this zone unmolested and fire its missiles in port strike, and the Soviets don't get to shoot at it. That's the long and the short of it. Okay, the next combat move we'll do will be here. We have, of course, our major air base in Paris is going to shoot a cruise missile 1, 2, 3 spaces into Veneto on surgical strike. And then this strategic bomber that is in Paris is going to fly down here to southern France, and it's going to shoot 2 cruise missiles 1, 2 spaces in surgical strike against the Warsaw Pact MBTs in Veneto. And then over here, from our major air base in Marmara, we're going to shoot 1 cruise missile, 1 into Greece, 2 spaces into southern Yugoslavia, in a surgical strike there with spy satellite support. Now there is a Soviet SAM there, and Soviet Global Command does have advanced missile defense, so there will be 1 AMD shot at 4 in that zone. Okay, then the next combat is going to be right here in M6. We got this task force marker here, which goes with this card right here. As you can see, the Soviets have a damaged, there is a damage marker under there, a damaged heavy aircraft cruiser, a cruiser, 2 destroyers, and a frigate. And to attack it, the cruiser that was built up here at the major shipyard in southern France is coming out of port. It's going to go down 1 space, and then the fleet from M2, a cruiser, 2 destroyers, and 2 frigates, are going to come over 2 spaces, and they're all going to attack. I've already kind of got things set up here, so I'm just real quick going to move these guys over here. I'm not using the battle board because I already have another battle set up over there that needs a battle board more than these ships do. So there, okay, we're all set up for that combat there. And then the final combat is going to be forces from Greece and Marmara attacking Bulgaria. 2 MBTs from Greece go up to attack. From Marmara, we have 2 mechs, an artillery, and a spag going in there to attack. That is mountain terrain, so there will be a penalty. The land units are all going to be attacking -1, except the artillery. Let me double check that. I just had a brain freeze. Hang on a second. Yes, I said it correctly. Infantry and vehicle class units take the mountain combat penalty. Artillery does not. Also joining this attack, actually you can see it, I don't have to move anything. Here in southern France, I had 3 fighters. There go 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a air-based movement bonus. So 4 over here to join the attack. In Bulgaria, they're going to be air superiority duty on the first round. And then up here in Paris, we also had 3 attack bombers. So they're 1 space more. They move 5 to come in here, and they, along with the artillery, are going to be firing battlefield nukes. And then in defense, Bulgaria has a combined force. We've got a Soviet SAM, a Warsaw Pact Spag, a Soviet rocket artillery, a Soviet air superiority fighter, a Soviet Top Gun air superiority fighter that scrambled in from eastern Ukraine. And then we've got 3 Soviet mechanized infantry and 3 Warsaw Pact mechanized infantry. And like I said, I've already got that one set up on the battle board. So we're going to do them in the order that I announced them. So we're going to go up and do Akershus port strike first. So the first thing that's a major port, those amphibs are in. So it is 2 inherent AAs. And since I have 2 missiles going in, each AA gets 2 shots. So that's going to be a total of 4. They're looking for 4 or less. They got shot 1 missile down. So the other missile rolls in looking for a 5 or less. And there is a 5. So 1 amphibious assault ship in the port there at Akershus is sunk. Okay. Next we have the surgical strike by 3 cruise missiles at Veneto. There's no AMD there, and there's no SpySat or anything, so it doesn't matter because they're just MBTs defending, so there wouldn't be any target select involved. So again, we're looking for 5 or less. And we got 1 hit. There's 2 misses. So get over here and kill 1 Warsaw Pact MBT. Okay, the next thing is going to be the cruise missile fired from Marmara into southern Yugoslavia on a surgical strike. Now the Soviet SAM there will get 1 AMD shot at 4. That's a 6, it missed. So we've got the cruise missile coming in. 7, it missed. Okay, next we come over here, back out just a touch, for the Navy battle. I've already got everybody laid out, dice assigned. I think you can tell what's going on here pretty easy. So here we go. Just refresh my memory real quick. Cruisers have surface target select on 1. Oh, wait, 1 jump out. That is not at all good shooting. Everything missed for NATO. That's not good shooting at all. Okay, so now we got the same thing going on in defense. And miss. Okay, we got 1 target select by a cruiser and 1 general hit. That's a 4 by the heavy aircraft cruiser. So Captain G said to target select my cruisers, so one of them comes off, and then I will take a frigate as the general hit. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to try again. So 1 red comes off, 1 orange comes off, and we go again. Okay, there's a hit by a destroyer, and red is a hit by a cruiser. That's 2 general hits. And the instructions for casualties are take a frigate and then 1 of the destroyers. But they get to defend. So there's the defense, and we have 3 hits. There's a frigate hit, heavy aircraft cruiser, and a cruiser hit. So those 2 come off. I gotta take 3 more. Well, that'll have to be a frigate. And it'll have to be the 2 destroyers. Well, that didn't turn out too good, so we're going to have to retreat from this battle. The surviving cruiser is going to retreat back up there to M3. Okay. Now we have the battle for Bulgaria that I have set up on the board here. Okay, so the first thing, the rocket artillery gets to shoot before anybody. It's going to be 4 dice at 2 because Captain G chose mine defense. Okay, that's nothing. He needed 2s and he didn't get it. So that's that. That's his first strike. Now we've got NATO has an artillery shooting battlefield nukes, so that's triple dice in first strike. And there is 1 hit. So 1 nuclear first strike hit. And now the defenders have a SAM and a SPAG in first strike. So the SPAG, because of the number of planes I have, will get 2 dice, and the lone SAM will get 3 dice. And everybody's looking for 2s. There's 1 hit. 1 air superiority hit in first strike. So I'm going to have to take off a fighter. So there's one there. And then he has to lose a land unit. And first up for him is the rocket artillery. Will be a casualty. So that stuff is all cleared. Okay, now we continue with the rest of combat. So we got 2 fighters in air superiority roll at 6. They both miss. We've got 2 mechs attacking at 2 because of the mountains. They both miss. We have a spag with 2 shots at 2. Miss. Get those dice out of here. We've got 2 MBTs at 3. Okay, there is 1 hit, and that is a land target select. So 1 land target select. That was a 2. And now we have 3 attack bombers coming in to roll triple dice for battlefield nukes. Looking for 7s. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a target select. So 4 general hits. Where's my die? There it is. Mark this over here. There we go. 4 general hits and another land target select, making 2 of those for 6 hits total. Not perfect, but I guess it could always be worse. Okay, so now we have an ASF and an advanced ASF. ASF, advanced ASF. Okay, they both hit. So there's 2 air superiority hits for the defenders. Mark that. Now they have a total of 6 mechs. 2, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3 general hits. 3 general hits. Okay, so get you over here where you can see. Now, okay, land battle. Defender, attacker chooses land target select hits. And of course, I'm going to target 2 mechs. So that clears that die. Now we have defender chooses air superiority hits. So he doesn't have to take any air superiority hits. I got to take air superiority hits, which is 2 fighters. So that clears that die. Now, general hits. So he's taking 4 general hits. He's taking the SAM and the SPAG. And then 2 Soviet mechs. So that clears that die. And then I have to take 3 general hits. So I'm taking the SPAG and the artillery and one mech. That clears that done. All right. Yes, we're going to press the attack. Okay, so this time we have one mech. That's a miss. We have two MBTs. Both miss. We have three attack bombers, no longer doing battlefield nukes, just regular attack. And there's three hits. Yeah, three hits. So there's three. No, actually one of those is a land target select. So there's two general hits and one land target select. Okay, and then the defenders. We'll do the same thing again. Air superiority fighter, advanced air superiority fighter. Got a pair of 9s. So nothing there, and then two mechs. And they got one hit. So one general hit scored by the defenders. There it is, one general hit. Okay, get you back over here where you can see the boards again. Okay, so the first thing I do is choose land target select. That's the Soviet mech. It clears that die. Now I assign two general hits. Well, he chooses. And that's going to be, according to his list, that is going to be the ASF and the Top Gun ASF. So those two come off. That clears that. And then one. So I'll be taking the mech. That clears that. Well, yeah, we're going to press the attack and try and finish this off. Okay, so we've got two MBTs, both miss. We have three attack bombers. There's two hits, we only needed one. And then the defense shot is also a hit. Okay, so the Warsaw Pact mech comes off. And I kill an MBT. So, get that out of the way. With a single MBT remaining, NATO has captured Bulgaria. Hooray! Get in there. There you go. Okay, so NATO goes up 1 to 41. Warsaw Pact goes down 1 to 35. And that's it for combat. That was kind of brutal. But I guess that's what happens to me for having such good luck a couple of turns ago. Okay, so now we need to do non-combat movements. So since we're right here, the first thing we're going to do is the three attack bombers from Bulgaria land here in Marmara. Then the supercarrier that's in port there at Extremadura is coming out of port, going 1, 2, 3 over here to M3 to join the rest of what's left of the Med fleet. The diesel sub here in I1 is going to go one space over here to A49. And then you see right here it says 2 move points to proceed to either A43 or A45. So we're going 2, 3 over there to A45. Now, I don't think it'll be too crowded in there. We are going to move, get the arrows out of the way for the moment, and get the spent cruise missiles out of the way. Okay. From southern France, we have 3 mechs coming over to Piedmont. We also have a SAM coming over to Piedmont. And then from Paris, we have 3 artillery going 1, 2 into Piedmont. And we have 4 rocket artillery also moving into Piedmont. And then from southern France, the strategic bomber is going to join the party over here at Marmara. He's not landed in there, but it's a little crowded, so he'll be all right there. So that's it for non-combat. Now we gotta place units. So as long as I'm right there, we're putting an MBT, a SPAG, and a second SAM into Marmara. Okay, next, turn just a bit. We're putting 2 paramilitary into southern Italy. Turn a bit more. 1 paramilitary each into Catalonia, Valencia, and Gibraltar. Then two paramilitary and a SAM into southern France. And finally, two artillery and a SAM into Paris. And that's that for unit placement. Well, missiles. Okay. I shot the 4 cruise missiles that I had in stock, but this time I only built 3, so that's what I will have for next turn. And then the anti-ship missiles I shot 2 and built 2, so there's shot to, built to, so there's no change there. All right, collect money. Let's just stay right here and get paid. We went up to 41. And that's what we'll have for next turn. Okay, I think that's... Oh, there's one more thing we got to do. Come over here. On Flak 88's turn, I moved the fallout marker from 3 up to 4, and now, for my use of battlefield nukes, 4 up to 5. Okay, that'll do it. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.